Hi, I'm Elka, and welcome to GBJ Fortress. This is a ROM hack that I made for SimpleFlips' troll competition in 2019. So this is his first troll competition, and this this hack isn't the greatest. This hack, as you will soon see, has a lot of problems, but let's get into the origins of this hack because they're kind of interesting. So, in between the last hack and this one, I skipped the competition like I said I might do in the previous hack. That's why this hack is bad. In the last competition I said I would maybe skip a competition, and I did. I skipped the Christmas one, and I felt guilty for doing so. So when SimpleFlips announced another competition, which was troll themed, I thought to myself, well, I kinda have to do one, you know? So, this is what I made. This is my troll hack submission. And my thought process, I started with a completely different idea, or lack of an idea. I made something like a really weird level that was nonsensical. It didn't really have much of a clear theme. It was just meant to be like really difficult and have random trolls in it, but mostly focusing on difficulty. And I didn't even import it into Mario 64 because it was very bad and I didn't like it. So I thought of more ideas, and I settled on the idea of, well, what if the location that this hack takes place is the headquarters of GBJ, because GBJ is a very common thing in SimpleFlips and ROM hacking as a troll. You know, you get stuck, you get in a soft lock. That's GBJ. So that's often like a troll that you would find in ROM hacks at the time. So I thought it would be very thematically appropriate for the hack to take place at the headquarters of GBJ. And with this idea, I thought I just had to bring back the SimpleFlips plotline because it would make so much sense for SimpleFlips, after escaping Infinite GBJ, to go to the headquarters of GBJ to get revenge after escaping the mansion in the third hack. So, it is the final hack that you play as SimpleFlips in, and I thought it was a nice thematic ending to his plotline, and I stopped making hacks with this plotline because I didn't think people liked it. People really liked it when I made Somebody's Larry Made, which was nothing to do with SimpleFlips. It was just a typical hack, and most hacks submitted to the competitions that did very well had nothing to do with SimpleFlips. So I decided, after this hack, seeing that this hack wasn't perceived the best, that I would stop it with this overarching plotline. So this was the final one, and the story is just that he is just going to GBJ Fortress to take down the head of it, so for revenge. And this hack is the trolls in it, as you can see so far, are mostly just quicksand trolls, which is bad because that's not very funny. So my troll philosophy nowadays is, if it's the main point of trolls is to be funny, right? It's to entertain. That's the point of any game. And if the trolls are not funny, then you know, that's a problem, because then you're missing the entire point. It should be more funny than annoying. But annoying can be funny at times, which is why people often get that confused. But the main focus should be on the comedy of the troll. And I didn't really understand at the time. I'm also really bad at making trolls that fit this scenario, while also fully tricking the player into the troll to falling for it. I feel like I've gotten much better though since then, since this. So yes, the troll that you just saw with the blocks was a perfect example of something that isn't very good. It wasn't like it should be the reverse of what that situation was, of like the first blocks that you see are the ones right in front of you, so you think, oh, I gotta go across these, whereas there's like a hidden secret path type of thing. It's the way you should be able to go down once you get like across. But the way that's set up, I kind of made it in a reverse order, so it's like, the blocks right in front of me are the actual correct solution, even though they go to nowhere. Because the stars are hanging underneath it, which is kind of just an obvious little troll, and it would be much better if it was the other way around. Unfortunately, that's not how I modeled the level, so that's not how I made it. So this star, I had a different idea originally. So the whole race to the finish thing, I am using the... Well, hold on just a second. This sign right here. I wonder what it says. Kinda weird. Anyway, the troll up ahead is the blue coin switch troll, which it could have been so much better. It could have been so much better. So the point of the troll is that you hit the blue coin switch and it sets you on fire, and then you run off the edge because you're set on fire. Yeah, it doesn't make a whole ton of sense because you're probably facing the other direction when you hit that switch. Because you don't think the blue coins are gonna spawn over there, you think it's gonna spawn the other way, so that troll doesn't really work at all. But anyway, about the star. So I used the timer from Peach's Secret Slide for the star in the final version. And you're supposed to get it at the bottom, and start at the bottom and then get it at the top to finish it. But that was not how this was originally designed. It was originally meant to be a Koopa Quick race, and that's why there's a bunch of slopes that, go up all over the place, which kill you. And that was meant to be for the Koopa. And I didn't do that because I didn't want to figure it out. And I was worried about the competition deadline and didn't feel like figuring out how to properly do that. So I was the more easier approach of just doing this, which kind of ruins the point of the slopes, but whatever. It's alright, I guess. But overall, I don't really think this hack is awful. It's not all quicksand trolls. Like, there's a clever one right there with there's just a visible wall there. So when you're trying to race to the finish, you're probably gonna hit that wall because it's the quicker route, but you have to go the other way. That's just a fun little one that not everyone fully notices. There's that wall over there, which you think you might be able to BLJ to the star from, but it doesn't work. You can't do that. That's the intention anyway. So there's a lot of those small things like that, which are just nice. And it's weird and interesting seeing a troll level in this design perspective as a Mario 64 level that isn't linear, like a full collect all the stars. Which is another thing that I decided to do because of how well the last hack did, is go for a more traditional level, because people like my first hack, which was a traditional level, which was Skull Pirate Bandy, and then Some Ways Like Made was also a traditional level as opposed to a linear one, or the weird SimpleFlips mansion type of thing, which is more of its own kind of type. So I decided to go for a more traditional level because I thought people liked it more here. And it's what I typically make nowadays. Which, I don't even know what I said is true or not. That's what I try to make nowadays. I do think a lot of my hacks fall more in the linear type because of certain things. But so So this is a little trick you may not know. I saw SimpleFlips doing it one day. I'm like, huh, that's kind of cool and funky. You get inside the eyeballs and you can spin around, which is very useful if they're on like an edge or something, right? These ones aren't though, so it's not very useful here. One really stupid thing is there's no block in the floor right here that you can't see. I just wanted a way to be able to get to the top in some kind of trolly manner, but this isn't really a troll. Because you're not really being tricked, you just gotta find the hit and no block and no floor. It's just like, well, okay. But here's an example of getting inside the eyeball that would be helpful, because you can't get in normally, you know. Oh, wait. I really like that troll, but I don't think anyone's fallen for it, so I'm very sad about that. So yeah, this pipe here kills you. It just sends you out of the quicksand. You know, like there's a lot of quicksand trolls in this hack, but at least there's variety to them. I feel like each one is kind of unique from each other, but there's just too much. There's way too much. Way too much of them. So this hack does have some charming stuff to it. It's just most of it is just kind of bad. Yeah. So, in the top left you will see that the lives counter is a death counter. I originally wanted to somehow reprogram it so instead of decreasing lives when you die, it just increases them. I thought that would be more like a nicer solution. It wouldn't be like the minus sign, the big start either, so it would just be nicer. But nobody wanted to help me do that. So I just went with this option, which I knew was an option. You know, just making instead of -1 lives, so whenever you lose a life, like, you never, like, game over or anything because you never get the 0. So we have infinite lives, but it's also a death counter in that sense. But I would much prefer it if it was just a straight up death counter that increases your lives when you die, because that would just look nicer. Once you fully like understand all the trolls at this stage, it really just becomes like a typical Mario 64 stage, which is nice. Like one thing good about this hack is that all the trolls are pretty easy to dodge once you know what they are, which is very good. That's a very good troll design thing. I don't know if I had intentionally done that. I don't know if I would make a really difficult troll in this sense, but all the trolls are just really easy to dodge. What I neglected to talk about was that slope over there. So the purpose of that slope, because it kills you, like all the slopes in this level kill you, but the purpose of the slope is that when you finish the race, the star spawns on top of the fortress. So I was hoping to maybe trick someone into like going up that slope because they forgot, and like after finishing the race, which I think is clever. I don't think anyone's ever fallen for it. Because, you know, just going up to get the star, because I feel like the mission's over, you know, they spawned it, like, it's right up there, so why not just go up the slope? But, I don't think everyone's done that. Something about the coins that's completely coincidental, as you will see, is that there is, like, you end up, if you don't go up to the top section that I showed off earlier, you end up with 98 coins. coins, like yellow coins, and 7 red coins. So you only like, it's like this is on purpose type of thing, you know. It's like there's only 98 coins or 99 coins, and only 7 red coins, so it's not possible to get either of the stars. And no, it's totally possible if it's up here. Like I said, that's a complete coincidence that happened. But kind of crazy that it did. But the whole sense of tricking the player into thinking that there is only like a certain amount of coins in the stage, while there's more, is it's within itself a troll. So, of course, there is the checker that you can defeat that would give you enough coins to get 100, but that would also soft lock you. Well, not soft lock you, but it would trap you in that room and you have to kill yourself. So, yes, last is the broken pillar or tower. There is a cannon over here, as you can clearly see. So obviously we have to use it, right? We gotta find the pink bomb to open it. But we haven't seen a pink bomb this entire game. So where the heck is it? There isn't one. The actual solution is not that. And as I pointed out earlier, you might think, oh, I got BLJ to the star. So I'll use a completely BLJ looking platform over here to do it. No, that's not it. There is an invisible pathway here, which is really obvious seeing the coins. There is a hole at the end though, so don't fall in the hole.
Here we go.
Because I love doing that with invisible flooring, is making it so that it just ends right before you get to the place. Ha 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 ha! I guess I one-upped you. So this refers to the one-up that's up here, which you might think just kills you because the one-up earlier kills you, but this is not a one-up, it's actually a secret with the one-up model, and it faces, it doesn't, it's not billboarded like normal one-up behavior, so it doesn't face towards you all the time. I just moved it so it's facing towards you when you have the camera over there, so it was really convincing. At least I don't think it faces towards you. I might be wrong about that. Pretty sure it doesn't though. So here it is, the final star, which is a boss battle. Yeah, it's located up at the door that you can't open without the 6 stars. And something I like to do at times is having the level kind of have like a story to it that you can't fully complete until you get enough stars or do all the other missions. Like the final mission is kind of like wraps up the whole level type of thing. I like doing that. It gives a nice conclusive feeling to finishing the level. And here he is. It's Piplup Guy. Don't know how he is the ruler of GBJ when he himself put himself in GBJ, but maybe he just liked it in there. You know, he just enjoys the time in his own jail. Like he just like the word of prison. It's like, put me in the cage. I love it in there. Which honestly fair. You'll do you, man. But oh no, you're dead. Whoops.
Here we go.
The dialogue was not written by me. That is from Piplup and SimpleFlips respectively. Oh no. It's not end screen. It's GBJ. Yeah, that's the end of the hack. Overall, it's an alright hack, I guess. It's not the best troll hack in the world, but it's well made. There's some good trolls in there, just not a lot. I just wasn't good coming up with ideas, and I'm not really good with coming up with troll ideas anyway. So it's kind of to be expected. But that was GBJ Fortress. That is sort of the finale to this story arc of SimpleFlips within my hacks. It is the last one you play as him, but there is... The story does kind of continue. There is some plot threads that are brought back up in later hacks, even though SimpleFlips is not the star, but we'll tackle those some other day. And there is no full conclusion to the SimpleFlips arc, even though I'll talk about that some other time. But yeah, that was GBJ Fortress, which was the troll hack submission I made in 2019 to the closest troll hack competition. I hope you enjoyed. See ya.